Okay, they say a good event is like a good photo. You need the right focus, the right lighting, and of course the right people. So lucky for us today we have a best group of people gathered here. So I think we are off to a good start, right?
Yes.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Selamat datang and a very warm welcome to the official launch of Under the Shadows of Merdeka. Okay, my name is Elia. My name is Elia, and it's truly an honor for me to be the host for today's special occasion. Before we begin, feel free to settle in and reconnect with familiar faces and soak in this cozy atmosphere here at GMBB. Okay, I think where we should start. Today's event is a celebration not only of artistic talent but of a spirit of community and resilience. This exhibition brings together stories captured by these two amazing photographers. Some of these incredible photos were first seen at Stadium Merdeka last year, and the accompanying book was proudly announced at a Riwayat bookstore earlier this year. And but today, for the first time, both book and the expanded exhibition come together, and you, our special guests, are among the first to experience it. So thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Okay, you know, I always admire photographers. They have this magical ability to freeze the moment in time. But truly, Azul and Grace are not just photographers, they are storytellers. Actually, they take us behind the lens and into the heart of their project. Their journey through this project is not just about photography, but about people, about shining a light on the stories that matter, and about moments that might otherwise go unseen. I'm sure you'll find their sharing inspiring and perhaps even a little moving. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Azul and Grace.
Assalamualaikum. Hello everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Is it working on time?
I think it's okay.
I'm too loud. Okay. So thank you so much for coming. Is something wrong? Hello.
I'm not a technical person.
Yeah. Okay.
Distance.
So the distance, huh? Okay. I can go it now. Yes, thank you so much for coming. So what we're gonna do is I'm going to go through a presentation, just give you all a brief background behind this project, and then Grace and I will just go through some of some selected photos, and then after that we will all adjourn downstairs to actually have a look at the actual photos. To start with, I just want to start right at the beginning here to say thank yous. So I have some people I want to thank you because I leave till the end, we might run out of time. So I'd like to say a very, very big thank you to PNB Merdeka Ventures, where Lisa and the team are here, and Pink City. This project is a grant that I received from them. So thank you so much. This definitely would not have been possible without this grant. Thank you. I'd like to thank Riwayat bookstore. Rostam is here, right? So it is actually Rostam who actually showed me the advert for this grant. So I was chatting with him in his bookstore, so I didn't point me to that. I would be speaking with that. So thank you, Rostam. Thank you so much. And also his team has got Hafiz to help me with the book, the design, and all that, and also Rizal. Is Rizal here? No. Okay, so Rizal is the one who wrote the text and the book. Okay, I'd like to thank Richard. Is Richard here? No, Richard Shaw. So he's the one who helped to print all the prints, and then there is Swee Ho. Swee Ho is a hard-working friend of ours. who volunteered to set up all this. Where is he?
At the back.
Is it at the back? I'm being shy there. Okay, thank you so much for all your hard work. And then I also like to thank GMBB because they are our venue partners, because they will be able to space. And then last one here, we have Robin. Robin, yeah. So Robin has been very helpful in providing help with everything like taking pictures, promoting this thing. I think it's the problem with smart guys. It is a distance. Sorry. That's all right. Hello? Okay. All right. So, lastly, I would like to thank every one of you here for coming. Thank you so much, guys. Okay, let's make the show started. Brief background. So this was a grant by KMB, Merdeka Ventures and TCP. It's called the Merdeka 118 Community Grants Program Title 2. And so it is through this grant that this thing happened. And then how it worked out was that this particular Cycle 2 program was announced in December 2022. And I prepared the proposal. I worked with Rostam here, and we were awarded in April 23, and then we had 1 year to complete this thing. And the deliverables of this project are 3 things: a book, an exhibition, and this we did a couple of workshops with all of the schools in this area. The objective of the book is it's a documentation of this. Hello. I think the document is area surrounding Merdeka 118, which is Primary Street, Kampung Pudu, and Bukit Bintang, and then it covers everything. And hopefully this book, during this 1 year that we did this project, we saw many changes within KL. Just to give you an idea of the title of this project, under the Shadows of Merdeka, there are 2 meanings behind it. The first one is that because you all know Merdeka 118 is the second tallest building in the world. So if you think about it, where the shadow falls in the morning, early morning sun and late evening sun, it is the surrounding area, which is what we are actually covering in our book and our exhibition, right? The other meaning on an abstract manner that shadows refer to Kuala Lumpur today since Merdeka, since independence, and how we're capturing all the changes, developments that have happened. So there are still old shop lots which are survived, and of course newer businesses. So a lot of things, and the people as well. And this, to give you an idea, this is the precincts or the areas that we covered. Yeah? So when we say Bukit Bintang, it's not actually the whole of Bukit Bintang, it's actually intensity or definition. Yeah, your definition of the precincts basically is to do with how it's related to Merdeka 118. The photography, so Grace and I worked on this for a year, or just under a year, but we only went out together to shoot only once. So most of the time we were doing it separately, and I was very fortunate to be allowed by the DJI Merdeka Ventures to go up into the building, onto the rooftop, which I wanted to take the picture of the shadow, which you will see downstairs. And then the schools. So we went to did a couple of workshops at 2 schools. One is Confucian Private School, which is just next to the tower. Basically, we went there. It's a free workshop. We volunteered to do this workshop. We go there. We had a little basic presentation of photography, and then we took the kids out. This is in Primary Street. Then we came back and we reviewed the photos. Yeah. This Confucian school is good, but they have their own photography club. So most of the students have their own cameras, so they're really good. The other school we went to is Stella Maris, which is just behind GMBB, just next door. So they don't have a blackboard, so most of them use phones. Right? So same thing, had a little presentation, went out to shoot, and came back to review the photos. So the ideal. The intention, the main intention initially was actually to have the exhibition and the book together, to be launched together. But there were some delays in the book, so we were requested by PNB to do an exhibition at Stadium Merdeka, because they were relaunching Stadium Merdeka, and it was a wonderful event actually. I was really surprised at the number of people that came. Wow, so that was great. So we had an exhibition there, and then we had a photo walk one of the days. just look at some of the people that came. So it was really busy. It was, and the chairman came, and CEO came. So it's wonderful. And the photo walks, about 30 people when we went for a photo walk on the Sundays. So the other aspect is the book. Work on the book, so I've got Rostam there, Riwayat, talking with Rizal and Hafiz. We went to the printers to print out the book. And the book has a little fold-up poster at the back, right? So the poster has the picture of the shadow on Padani Street, and on the other side of the poster is the works of the students. So we've got a lot of this downstairs. Yeah? So then, in January of this year, we actually had a small little launch of the book and only the book at Riwayat Bookstore. Yes, with Rostam here. Just to have a little get together, just like kind of officiate that books available, like that's what we do. So today is the first time that actually the initial intentions come together, the exhibition and the book. Yeah. Okay, we're not going to pass it to Grace. We just want to show some of our so-called favorite shots. Yeah? So just want to talk to them.
Good afternoon all. Thank you. It's an honor to have you here this afternoon and thank you for the support. So let's start our presentation. Short introduction and a briefing about the photo. Because like just now, our beautiful lady said we are the storytellers. Photography is all about storytelling and capturing the moment, the story, and the scenes in surrounding the detail moment. It is what we want to show to show. So I think for those who attended our exhibition before, you already know.
Not blocking the view.
I'm not blocking the view. Okay. So this graceful and very gentle lady, auntie. Guess how old is she now? You got it, 93. She's already 93. She grew up at this Lubio flat. Until now, every day she still go back to the store in Lubio flat to sell. You know, you can see this 50 cents, 60 cents. I mean, she's that generation within the cents mark. And she still go back to the old store just to pass time and get together with her party, so-called friends, and then so that she will not get bored and not get old. And she's a working nationalist. She witnessed all the development in this KL area. So she can tell you which one is a sawmill, which one is a school, which area and development before that it was. So if you're interested to know more about KL history, you can go to the flat to look for her. She's very friendly lady, very friendly. And you see, this is a real harmony and real, Malaysia, value of Malaysia. From this photo, you can see we have Malay, we have Chinese, we have Indian. There's a reflect the people, living in this land is with harmony and culture. But this is a day in day life. It's not like what people will say. Oh, we have a lot of crisis or no. But to them, to normal people like us, we live in harmony no matter what races you are. So this one captured also with Lubio, and you can see how people set up like food stall, clean the car. It's normal life, but to me it's touched my heart. This is reflects a real life, actual life in Malaysia. Well, just now I think this is asking. Well, this used to be Pudu jail. 100 over years iconic building in KL, but now already dismantled because due to development and urbanization, so no chance has to be developed into some more on further. But to this photo, you still can see the reflection of the Pudu jail. Can you see the arch up there? Yes, and also together with the Woman Tower. So that means it's new and old together. It's in the city of country development. Normally, every time old and new always will be together. I think a lot of people may know where is it. Anyone can tell me? If you know, can tell me where is it? That means your age. The age is tough by yourself already. A lot of young generation, they do not know where is it. I think for people just now who say they know, probably you have been witnessed and you have experienced it. This is a very busy and heaviest bus station, Pudu bus station. Pudu Raya. Pudu, sorry? Pudu Raya, sorry. Pudu Raya, yes. Last time when I university time, I always take bus to go back home, go back Seremban. You see, last time it used to be a central hub, which is from north, south, and then east, west. Every buses and every people when they want to go back. By the time when they have no car, they have to take bus from this Pudu Raya. It's so crowded, it's so heavy traffic, it's smells smelly, there's a lot of smoke. But yet today you see, that time when I do this project, I go down, purposely go around this area, then I go down and see it's so quiet and so lonely. So you can see, you can tell, when the moment I saw this old man walking toward, can you see the numbering or not? 13, 11, 9, the platform. The numbering is, as the refraction is symbolized that he's going to be, going back to A. Reflecting his life also as well as this beauty. It's like we're fading in the history. He's going to the end of his stories. I would say that. So that's why photography also elements of is a medium of storytelling. I like to tell stories through photos. So this is a message I will tell through this photo. I feel like he's so lonely and so quiet, and also they belong in history. And this one, also another story. You can see this is one of the oldest grocery shop in the Tallinn street. And it's inside the wet market for millennium. And I was told this one is more than 100 years. You can see that the very typical old style of a grocery shop. You can see how he carried and how he delivered the gas and it. Not like Food Panda or Grab, it's not. It's still traditional way. You can see all the stuff that he has now, all typical and traditional stuff. And a lot, the boss said, a lot of so-called kind form that the Jiran, the friends are still going back to the shop to buy, not because of cheap, not because of the value, the people, the connection, not the recognition, it's the relationship between the owner and the buyer. Not like now we go to supermarket or hypermarket. Do you think that the store people don't know? No such thing. There's a no culture. You just pay and go. But here, you still can find, the relationship, the harmony, the connection between people and people. So to me, this is a value that people appreciate. But unfortunately, due to the development as well, and then there's some refurbishment, so they have to stop the business. And I was told that they're not going to continue anymore. So this is more than 100 years grocery shop, probably also fading in the history. So that's why today we capture the photo, tomorrow probably become the history. So now we are collecting piece by piece of the city development of KL City. This one also captures the same area. So can you see that's a big quality, the one? I also know, I forgot to ask the uncle what's the quality for. Probably they say, for cooking, maybe. Yeah. This is so big, it's so unique. So I saw the moment that I really captured. Also, this area also because of the dismantle and then the refurbishment. So all these uncle, they told me they already old. They've been there since teenage time, 17, 16, and many years already. But due to no one will take over their business and due to the refurbishment, so that they say they may not continue anymore. So the shop also going to disappear. So they are selling chicken, tofu, poultry, but I think you will not see anymore. Look at this. This is the same area. So this was captured a few months later after I captured the photo, but now even this area to be all come down already. It's all bright. It's no longer like that. So you will see the new look after this. Oh, food, street food. This is how Malaysian eating along the roadside, despite the dust, the car, as well as they have one table and one chair, very narrow street. gatekeeper for who are the food lovers, they will enjoy their food just like so do I. I think everyone of you also enjoy the same thing right in Malaysia. This is a Malaysia style. So this is capturing a nightlife, a bustling and a vibrant city life in KL nightlife. So this girl caught my attention because her eyes, her eyes tell some story. The trust, the depending, and then just like a young girl, children is our future, right? So the young girl depending hope to the adults and the depending and the trust the adult will take care of them. So to me, also reflecting a story that our young generation is depend on us, our adult, and how to build a city for them in secure and in harmony for them to grow up. I think all street photographers know where is this Mana City. The big one there? The street. Every day pass by right when they take street photo. So everybody will know this is the temple of Jalan-Jalan Street, and this is one of the oldest temples in KL, where our generation, our previous generation, when they migrate to Malaysia, this is a place where they can, depending due to the religion, and a place for them to have a peace of mind, comfortable, where they leave their hometown to a strange country. So until now, it still remains unchanged since 100 years old. I think 129 years already, this temple. This is one of my favorite shots. Just now I think I shared with some of them. And this one I captured in the Loyal flag. Loyal flag is one of the oldest flags in Malaysia. It's same age with the Malaysia, 1957. And a lot of elderly and a lot of people still staying there. Because it's in the heart of the city, which is next to Nala Port. And then the rental is less than 100, which is the government, is less than 100, where people can afford. And a lot of elderly, they still staying there because some of them, they cannot afford the stay up elsewhere. And secondly, some they can afford, but they still stay in the same place because they want to get along with the neighborhood, because they grew up from the area. And during my shooting session, a lot of uncle auntie told me we have a chat, and then they said government is planning to demolish this area and then to build some new mall. So that the old auntie and old uncle, they are very worried and very cautious, very worried and very sad because they want to leave the place, they say. And they say, why not government construct this, converted this building become orphanage home, just operate some facility, like we bring in some lobby or clinic for them, have a place for them to shelter. And then after listening to the sad story, then I overwhelmed. Because under the car park, even under the flag, is all very dim and very dark, very good development. And then I saw some bright side, which is this area, so bright. And then I saw it dark. So to me, I feel like no matter how bad is the situation, there is still as a way to go. So God will not shut every door without giving you a window. So to me, this is reflecting a new hope. That is our future. So I was wondering, waiting. Then yes, I heard some Buddha from that. I should run to the door and wait for them. Hopefully they won't. Then suddenly they run up. To me, that the children are running to the bright area. So Buddha, they are the future, and then they are going to the bright future. So this is the story and symbolize the story behind this picture. So this is all about short sharing for my short. So I pass the mic to Azul. Thank you.
So Petaling Street, as you all know, is when I was young, Petaling Street only came alive at night or in the evenings. But now this is noon, 12 o'clock is already happening, right? So for me, capturing this image, I just wanted to show a few things, which is the busyness of Petaling Street during the day. So I use a slow shutter to purposely make this visually motion of people moving about. You will see tourists, in this place. And you will see what Petaling Street is famous for, which is your luxury bags. Luxury. And also the other thing, the changes that have happened. So now you have a lot of foreign workers working there, right? Manning these booths, right? And as opposed to when I was young, it was different. When I was young, it was really Chinatown, right? This is shooting through the glass and lava pot. So for me, this abstract kind of image shows the modern KL, or what KL is, or certain parts of KL, where you see the escalator, this white line is actually the escalator going up, and you see the shadow of that guy, the top left on the side. And you see this reflection of this building, the condo, right? So it's all this mishmash of things to show what KL is. It's a concrete jungle to some extent, right? What I also like is actually, you see a tree in the center there, a reflection of a tree, and that is recently somebody from Australia, I think my nephew came over, and he was so surprised to see there's so much greenery in a city like KL. So sometimes these kind of things we ourselves take for granted, we don't notice it. So actually we should be quite proud or happy that there's still a lot of trees within this concrete jungle of KL. This is the old Pasar Karat, the Lorong Petani, which is next to Petani Street. And there's a name there at the top there, Pasar Karat. And as some of you may or may not know, Pasar Karat originally in the old days, it was known as the Thieves' Market. So we kind of guess what kind of goods were being sold there, right? But now you can get all kinds of things like. So it happened to be this guy was walking in the sun, and it was just that reflection. And the fact that all these vendors down here are actually hidden in the shadows, for me it reflects this thing about thieves market. Because in the old days, the vendors wouldn't allow you to take their pictures. You know, especially all the street photographers, you know where they say no photos. But now they're so used to us, it's alright. This is to demonstrate or to show one of the businesses that has been coming up. This is in the Zongshan building. This is Balai Buku Raya, right? So this guy, Arif knows this one. So I just went there to check out the book. Actually, I bought a book there actually. And so I had a chat with the guy, I forget his name. So yeah, but I just touched one corner because he was actually talking to this lady when I was there, so I didn't want to tell him much. Just to show that it's very rustic and very laid back, very chill place actually. All second-hand books. But it's an example of how Malaysians create their own business. Right? This is the famous Uncle Alo. So for any of you who goes to Petani Street, you know this uncle with this famous Apamari. Yeah. So I just need to document it. In fact, when you go downstairs after, there's a lot of other faces of street vendors. Yeah. But what I found interesting, when I was shooting this, I was with Khalid. Where's Khalid? Yeah. So I noticed this. You see the light on this guy's face? Which is very strange. It's kind of artificial light, but it's actually coming from the reflection from this. There's a whole bunch of yellow plastic bags, takeaway bags, and the sun was shining on the back and was reflecting on his face. So I found that interesting. So actually I went on the inside to capture also the queue of people waiting behind him. So there's always a queue, so it's such a popular kind.
Actually, the small one better than the big one. Yes, this is nice.
So this one is an overhead bridge somewhere behind Lala Port, right? So Lala Port is on that side. So this side is the Kenanga area, yeah. So this fence is got these really, really small holes. So I'm gonna have to position myself, my camera, to capture Merdeka, as well as waiting for the train to enter that hole, you know. Actually, the first time I went there, it was a kind of a hazy day, so the sky was very flat, yeah. So I went another day to get, it was sunny day, so you can see the clouds in the sky. So, yeah, so I took a couple of shots there. So the other significance of this image is that on this side, you see the old KL, but the buildings are kind of old and short and small, and you see that side, the new KL. This is in a place called Mautau in Lorong Panggung in Petaling Street. It's what I would consider one of those underground places where you're in the know, if you're young, you know all these gigs that are happening. I only know about this because of my daughter. She told me one day, oh, there's this gig, a gig of indie bands happening at this place. So I went, and I went with my Waze and everything. I just couldn't find it. Waze couldn't pinpoint me to this place, you know. And there was no signage or anything. I just walked along Lorong Panggung, and then I suddenly heard the music through one of the doors. And it's just an empty shop block, no nothing. So I just went upstairs and I found it. Right? So I just want to capture this, that thing about the youths of how they enjoy themselves, how they get down. And this was a really loud punk band, not my kind of scene. So, but I wanted to capture the energy, as you can see the guy singing and these people. This is what I want to capture. And you see the lady with the hair. So little things like that to show people are really enjoying themselves. This is one of my personal favorite images from the book. It's not a pretty picture, but I just like it because of what it is. Abandoned cars plus the lady. So I just waited for someone to walk and you can see this kind of a curve happening, movement happening. If you go there now, you won't see this. It's gone. This is gone already because they boarded up that section. And this picture was taken on the same overhead bridge that I took the train just now. Same bridge. This is a view from level 116. So I was very fortunate to be allowed to go up to shoot, just to share with you all what the view is like for those of you who have not been, or most of you have not been, except for the PNB people, right? So yeah, this is how it looks like up there. And the last picture I want to share is the cover of the book. So this is taken at Lala Port. I have this obsession with shooting the city at night during after rain, during a rainy moment, you know. So I love the reflections happening on the puddles and stuff like that. So we all know they call it the Grand Steps beside Lala Port. It's supposed to be beautiful nights happening, and it's just kind of thing, kind of reflection with the title, shadows, people, city, you know, all kinds of things. For me, it represents a lot of things happening. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Azul and Grace, for that wonderful presentation. I'm sure many of us see now photos is not just about visuals, but it's also about stories, about hope, about life inside. And my favorite is, actually, I tell you, my favorite is Grace's photo with Bulu Raya thing, because I remember how I hated it place so much. And the smoke is now gone together with the memories, you know. So, okay. Give a big round of applause for them, please. Okay, we've heard about the creative side of the project. Now let's hear from one of the key people who helped make it all possible. Now it's my great pleasure to invite someone who has been a strong supporter of community-driven projects like this, Puan Liza Karim, Head of Communications at PNB Merdeka Ventures, as many of you know, has been instrumental in nurturing not just iconic structure like Merdeka 118, but also the communities that surround and give life to them. So let's welcome Liza with a big round of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. Actually, I would much rather be behind the shadows Azul and Grace. So I'm not going to talk. I'm not going to deliver my CEO's message. He was supposed to be here, but I'm reading the room, and I think I'm going to go a bit rogue. So there are no journalists in this room, are there? Okay, no. So anyway, the real impetus of Under the Shadows of Merdeka was really not about Merdeka, and actually, as the name suggests, under the shadows is where the people are. And you've seen how at the top, you've seen Florence Pugh step off, how Hollywood has come, and we are the second most power in the world. But we're not just that. There's so much more to that. It is really about drawing people in. It is a beacon to where this precinct is. The tower is there to just guide you to what is under the shadows and what's around the precinct. So we wanted to use this book, not use myself, but to kind of educate everybody that this is the forgotten part of KL. Semua dulu orang kat sini, Malaya, this is where Declaration of Independence was. City of Merdeka is with us, we have preserved this in Negara. So all of that has been forgotten. It is up to us to remind everybody, and also the next generation. This is why we worked with Confucian School and Stella Maris. Is to actually, the workshop was by the way, but actually we're trying to suddenly remind them, do you know what happened here, this is a special area, and to get to know the place. So it was important for us to create meaningful connections with people like you, like me, our loved ones, so that when you do come to the precinct and we're fully open, you will understand it's really not about the tower. It's really about what happens on the ground. Now that we're taking it to great heights, we need to really spread the word of what we are doing, what connections we have with the community, because it's the only worst human to touch, right? You're so high up there, you don't really know what's going on down there. So this was part of our intention of creating meaningful connections with the community. As you know, it is a village to make children, that's for sure. It takes a village also to make a place, and it takes people like you, me, our loved ones to really make it happen, and to really make a place somewhere where you want to go and stay, visit, and spend time at. So, and I think this book is a definite visual documentation of what is there now, what has been there before, and what we hope to create in the future, which is a thriving and vibrant precinct where the ecosystem supports each other rather than we are the new and you are the old and there's nothing in between. So we want everybody to have the spillover effect. There will be a multiplier effect, and I urge everybody who is annoyed with construction and noise to just hold hands, as we have to say to YWCA and all our neighbours, sabar je, it will be okay, kita akan buat balik jalan ni, okay, alright, we have this grant, whatever, right? It's so much more than, sponsoring something, giving money. Really, we want something that's sustainable. So, I'm not going to advertise, but cycle 3 of our Merdeka activity rights is coming up. I think that's a pretty good to mention. At the end of this year, Visit KLJJ is coming up, so we are gearing up for 2026. That's going to be the big year. And please don't forget what happened in this area. Do come to City of Merdeka, come and see the activation with the community, and you will really see the pulse and the soul of the precinct, those heritage buildings. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Monica, for inspiring us. Your support to fulfill the dreams and passions that exhibition like this represents. And now, as the leaders would like to present a small token of appreciation to Ms. Lisa, a gesture from the heart to say thank you for believing in this journey. Let's give another big round of applause.
So what we have a frame of 2 photos, one from me and one from Grace. And it's your building, yeah?
Now, I know we all love art, but to be honest, some of us also heard about live refreshments and your hearts keep a bit. Don't worry, because good art and good photo are waiting for you. Good food also. Okay, and now the moment we are waiting for the exhibition walkthrough. We invite everyone to make your own way to the level 3A, where Azul and Grace will guide you personally through the exhibition. They'll be sharing little anecdotes, behind the scenes stories, and maybe even some surprises you may not find in the book. So this is a great time to ask questions, to take photos, and to enjoy the books on display. Before we close, on behalf of organizing team, Azul, Grace, and everyone involved. I would like to thank you once again for being part of this beautiful launch. We hope that what you have seen and heard today stays with you, not just in your mind, but also in your heart. And please continue to support local artists or community storytellers. There's a lot of community storytellers around here. And of course, please support each other. Till we meet again, take good care and terima kasih.